A guten Erev Shabbos on this glorious day in Boston as we get ready to bless the new month of Tammuz, as we get ready to celebrate Shabbos. Who won the debate? Everyone's talking about if Joe Biden was sleeping, if he was okay, if he's senile, if Trump was lying. You're not going to get the answer from me. It's irrelevant. But one thing I can promise you, if you listen to my Dvar Torah today, it's going to be coherent. I'm not going to put you to sleep. I'm not going to mumble. I'm going to tell you Dvar Torah with clarity. That's the bottom line. So this week's Torah portion is Shlach. The Torah tells us in the beginning of the portion that Moses called Yeshua. His name was Hosea. Joshua's name was Hosea. And Moshe changed his name to Yehoshua, which means God should be his salvation. So instead of just Hosea, he added a Yud to the beginning. Now, if you think about it, right? Where did the Yud come from? The rabbis tell us a remarkable thing. Sarah, Abraham's wife, wanted to have a child. She was 90 years old. And what did God say? Your name's not going to be Sarai anymore. It'll be Sarah. Her name was Sin Reish Yud. And God changed it to Sin Reish Hey. So he took away the Yud. So the rabbis say that the Yud came complaining to God. What's going on here? I was in the back end of the name of the greatest Jewish princess, the mother of the matriarch of the Jews, and you took me away. So God says, relax. I might have taken you away from the end of Sarah's name, but I'm going to put you at the front of one of the greatest Jewish leaders named Joshua, who's going to be the man who conquers Israel for the Jewish people. But that sounds nice, but what kind of ridiculous thing is it? The Yud is complaining to God. Does the Yud speak? Does the Yud know the difference if it's at the back end of Sarah's name or at the beginning of Joshua's name? What's going on here? What's the message to us? What's going on here? And the rabbi says something remarkable, and I think it connects to our situation now with Israel, with diaspora. What's going to be? Who's going to become president? Will they be good for the Jews or bad? Will they help Israel? Will they hurt Israel? The rabbi says like this. When Sarah wanted to give birth, it was impossible. She was older. She finished having her menstrual cycle. She couldn't have children physically. Naturally, she couldn't have children. What allowed her to have children? A leap. A faith in God. It was beyond nature. It was the miraculous God that allowed her to have a child. That's what the Yud represents. Yud is Hashem's name. Moses tells Joshua, I'm putting a Yud at the beginning of your name, that Ka Yoshiacha, Yud K. Now you have a Yud K, which the name of God will give you salvation from the devious action of the spies. What Moses was telling Joshua was like this. The spies are going to tell you we can't go into Israel because it's fortified cities. The spies are going to tell you we can't go into Israel because it's a land that it consumes its inhabitants. We saw giants there. We felt like grasshoppers. We felt like nobodies. They're going to tell you all these things. But they're missing one thing. They didn't put the Yud in front of their name. The way we're going to conquer Israel is not because of nature. It's not because of which way we're going to go in. It's because God is going to deliver the land in our hand. And that's how Moshe Rabbeinu told the spies to go to Israel. He didn't say, see if we could conquer the land. He says, see how we could conquer it. Conquer, we know we're going to be able to, because God told us. The question is, how? Do we go from the east? Do we go from the south, the west, the north, the beginning? How do we surprise them? How many tell us now, what's going to be the future of Israel, Judaism? We think that the salvation will be through a president in the United States, through arms they give us. We need all that. We need a president that's friendly to Israel, that supports democracy, that supports people who hate violence, that doesn't support terrorists. We need a strong army. We need a united country. But we need to know what God told Joshua. I'm going to put the Yud in front of your name. You know who's going to bring you salvation from the devious plan of the spies? It's not going to be you. It's going to be God. And the same is true with Israel now. Yeshuas Hashem ke'eref ayin. The salvation of God is like the blink of an eye. How long does it take you to blink that eye? Split second, a fraction of a second. God could send the salvation in any way possible. And that's our faith we have to have. Look at even last night by the debate. Last night Biden looked like he was falling off his face, and today he came back out like a different person. Things change in a minute. But when you have faith in God and conviction that God will bring you salvation and success, that Utsu Eitz of Asufar, Dabra Davar, Villa Yakum Ki Manukel, all these people could devise devious plans and they could figure out ways to hurt the Jews, but they won't be able to because God will bring them success. This week in Congress, we lost Jamal Bowman, and God willing, next will be Cory Bush, and all those haters of Israel and bigoted anti-Semites who deny rape of Jews. Congress will be free for them, and we will find victory, and Hashem will be with us. Shabbat Shalom. See you tomorrow.